Recentemente, a gente conversou com David Droga sobre a aquisição da SOKO pela Droga5, agência que ele fundou em 2006. Bom, e é claro que trocar ideia com um cara tão fora de série rendeu vários insights sobre publicidade, mercado e criatividade. E agora, você curte a segunda parte dessa conversa. Não é sempre que temos a chance de conversar com um dos maiores ícones da publicidade mundial. Por isso, o REC aproveitou o encontro com David Droga para ir mais a fundo sobre o balanço que ele faz de sua carreira até agora e sua relação com o Festival Cannes Lions.
I have a saying that people hate advertising until they lose their cat. When you lose your cat, you suddenly stick a sign up that says, I want a cat. When people realise that advertising and marketing plays a role in their lives, then they suddenly get vested in it. But the rest of the time, it's pollution. I think what's changed is it used to be predictable and neat in the fact that messaging was delivered in a ribbon, a 30-second commercial, an out-of-home billboard, a press ad, a radio commercial. That still exists in some quadrants. But now people's reactions to messaging and their participation in marketing and advertising is part of the narrative. I haven't achieved everything to achieve, obviously, but at Droga5 I achieved everything I wanted to achieve, you know what I mean? So then I had to find new goals, you know what I mean? And instead of retiring, part of my new goal was, can I, at the helm of an enormous company, have a creative point of view and voice and build something even more influential and more meaningful and more impactful with the backing of one of the most extraordinary companies in the world, Accenture and Song. I mean, that's such a privilege too. The need or the necessity for excellence and originality, critical thinking and originality are still, we still have the copyright on that as humans. But I think, it gets ideas out of our heads faster and allows us to manifest things faster. Everyone's going to have access to the same tools and technology. So it's our interpretation and what we do with it that's going to set people apart. Will it change the industry and shrink certain parts? 100%, no question. But I feel that because we are immersing ourselves into it and pushing ourselves into, inserting ourselves into it, that we're going to be the people that actually helps steer it in the right places and make sure that it's not a threat, that it's an opportunity. Instagram has turned every single person with an Instagram account into an advertising agency. And every post that they make is their latest personal campaign. So yeah, people are seasoned and experts in creating content. But the internet is also disposable and flimsy. A lot of the content that's created in the world is, it's for clicks or it's just for moments, fleeting moments. And I think for brands, consistency and a point of view and values and something that stands tests of time. Our relationship with brand is built on, it's not a fleeting moment. People value it. The best brands know who they are and will be who they are and weather most storms. And I think agencies need to be true to that and not just be held hostage by trying to keep up with trends. It's the one time of the year where people from all over the world in different industries and particularly creative can come together and celebrate and commiserate and sort of, the ricochet off each other. And even though the scale of it now is so immense, you've now got the media industry, the technology industry, pick an industry, the entertainment, they're all there now. But still, it's deliberate that the core that is kept is the creative. Many years ago, I said I was not going to judge Cannes anymore. Not because I didn't like it or didn't want to do it, it's because I'd had the privilege so many times, and it is an honor to do it. But I realized that, you've got to give other people the opportunity. I shouldn't hog being the chair of juries. They should be the next generation of people. But then last year, they asked me to do the chairman of Titanium's out of respect for Dan Wyden, because they just named the Titanium after him, and the Cannes thought that I should be the chairman for the first year, and I'm a big fan of Dan Wyden, so I said yes. awarding something, I think you try and award something that, I always look at it from, obviously you've got to reward it for what it is and what it does, but I always look at it from outside of the jury room. What does this prize, particularly top prizes, represent for the industry? When someone who's in the audience, or someone who doesn't have the privilege to go to Cannes and reads about it online, what benchmark does this set for them? What does it set a new high watermark? Does it open up the aperture of what we stand for and what we fight for? And that is also a privilege too. So it's a privilege to receive, but it's also a great privilege and responsibility to award something. Well, I look for what degrees of difficulty, what did it answer? What problem did it solve? Did it make our industry bigger and better, and did it make it so that we all believe that we can do more and more? And does it cement creativity as a crucial thing worth paying for a client? Because, you know, a lot of companies give creativity away, and we've got to protect it. As I said, it's fragile. You know, it's the most potent thing ever, but it's fragile. Like us, 100%, exactly.